All right. Dan, sir. Good, John.
There was better stuff, but that better stuff just had a key indicator, so I said, all right, I'll stop by.
All right, it is 4:45. We'll call the meeting to order. Mr. Mark, this is our invocation pledge.
Our Father, we are truly grateful to be here today. We ask that you provide a special blessing to each person that's here. We thank you for the opportunity to come together, and we thank you for our council and our mayor and our employees and our citizens as we strive to make progress as a city. We ask now that you continue to guide us. We ask this all in your name. Amen.
Here. All right, there's nobody here for agenda-related public comments, so we'll move first into ordinances. These are both the first readings, so these are to introduce the ordinances.
Yes.
For a future agenda. I think this is a special call. Both of these kind of had a time crunch to get them.
Well, yes, especially the consumable vapor products. We have to have an ordinance in place by October the 1st. The state legislature adopted this past session licensing and taxation of consumable vapor products. And if the city wants to collect it themselves, we have to pass an ordinance before October 1st.
Make a motion for immediate consideration.
No, I'd rather you.
Now, well, let me just read the ordinance 254613, approved consumable vapor products licensing and taxation. Herman just spoke to it. Are there any questions? Would this will be on the September 15th?
Yes.
Added to the agenda for next week.
That's why, that way you meet it normally, okay?
Yeah. And this is just no different than the tobacco tax or the alcohol tax or anything like that, right?
Well, it's based on milliliters, but yeah, it's the same thing. It's just a special opportunity to tax it separately.
And this tax is 10 cents per milliliter within the city limits.
Yes, and it's on wholesalers and retailers. But the key is you only pay it once. If the retailer buys it from the wholesaler and the wholesaler's already paid for it, then they don't pay it again.
So we don't need immediate consideration?
No, I prefer you not do that.
I'll withdraw that motion.
Yes.
Any other questions about that? Kyle, you think?
No, Kyle and Lori may have something.
60,000, maybe annually.
I will piggyback. I think this also allows us to properly be able to require business licenses as well. And then just doing some rough estimation, I think we're looking at potentially in the range of about $50,000. I mean, I could be completely wrong, but based on some statistics of how much people vape and how many potentially would be in our city, you get to that number. So just to give you an estimate. And really, and to be clear, really the purpose of us doing this versus electing to go through the state is to avoid being subject to a similar payment setup as we're receiving from SSUT, which we're seeing is not a very good benefit for the city.
Never miss an opportunity to talk about it.
No, sir.
Well, another key is this product is legal under the state of Alabama law. So we're not saying it's basically we're going to tax it because it's a legal business. And so that's the other thing.
All right, that ordinance will be on next week's agenda. Ordinance B, ordinance number 254614, approved lease of lot to Merit House Realty.
Yes, Merit House Realty has purchased the building, what to me was Rainey's Beauty on the, I didn't go there, by the way, but I knew where it was located, and that's what they've done. And they're going to not only have real estate sales, but they're having real estate classes there. So these lots, or these spaces behind it, they will lease them for 10 years. They will resurface it, they will stripe it, and they will keep it maintained. And they will pay $1 a year based on that, because that seems like a reasonable thing. That way, it's one less thing. And it also allows them to have it in a form that they feel comfortable with, rather than rely on the city to try to determine it. So, of course, we know those individuals, and they want a quality product, and we're glad to have them expand downtown. Sure are.
So it's a 10-year lease with an option to renew.
Yes,
for
yes,
5-year
that's right,
terms.
that's right.
So,
Yes.
all right, any other questions on that one?
And that'll be on the September 15th agenda also.
Okay. All right, council got anything else? Directors? You got anything? Always. Okay. All right, well, with that, we are adjourned. We'll come back in 9 minutes for our work session.
say we as me and finance is under the assumption that we're gonna get some reimbursement.
I got you.
All right, it's 5 o'clock. Thank you, everybody, for being here.
So the number hadn't changed.
Our September 15th agenda. So, all right, approval of monthly bills, approved August 2025 monthly bills. Any questions? Good. Approval of minutes, August 18th, 2025, 10 a.m. council meeting, August 25th, 2025, 5 p.m. council meeting, September 2nd, 12 p.m. special call council meeting, September 2nd, 5:30 p.m. council work session, and September 2nd, 6 p.m. council meeting. Any questions on the minutes? All right, set public hearings, resolution number 25-221, set public hearing for abatement of unsafe conditions at 821 Austin Street Southwest for Monday, October 6, 2025 at 6 p.m.
This is just an unsafe building that we have. We've met all the requirements, the notifications. We're just asking that we demolish this structure.
All right, thank you, Alan. Any questions? All right, resolution 25-222, set public hearing for abatement of unsafe conditions at 813 Austin Street Southwest for Monday, October 6, 2021 at 6 p.m.
Same thing. We've met all the requirements for notifications, and they've not done what needs to be done to rectify these. So we're just asking that we set it for public hearing.
All right, thank you, Alan.
Josh will be here to speak to it next week.
All right, public hearings, resolution 25-223, approved request for special event retail liquor license for Carnegie Visual Arts Center, doing business as River Clay Fine Arts Festival, located at 133 2nd Avenue Northeast, Decatur, Alabama, 35601 on October 24th, 2025, and at 402 Lee Street, Northeast Decatur, Alabama, 35601 on October 25th and 26th, 2025.
Yeah, this is an annual event, and they've met all requirements.
All right, any questions? Good deal. Weed abatements, any questions on weed abatements?
Dane, I have one question. C, 3128 Ray Avenue, is that the same lot that we're looking at again? Okay.
All right. Any other questions on weed abatements? Resolutions, resolution number 25-233, award bid number 25030 to Playground Solutions Corporation for Delano Park Splash Pad resurfacing. Jeremy?
Jeremy Sherrill, Procurement. As you said, this item is for the resurfacing of that splash pad. We opened bids on August the 7th, received 4 responses, and after review, we recommend it be awarded to Playground Solutions out of Baileyton, Alabama.
And what was that bid amount?
35,200.
We did get a bid for $13,000, and Aaron Lang and myself made some calls, and they weren't meeting specifications.
Okay. I know that's highly needed. I was over there a couple weeks ago, maybe last week, and looked at it, so I know many of our parents and children will be glad to get that done. Any questions? All right, resolution number 25-234, declare sole source for alternative daily cover and applicator for landfill.
Good evening, Wanda Tyler, Landfill and Recycling. We decided to find another solution for our daily cover for our garbage, so we went out for bid. We had 4 responders, and we chose this sole source provider, mainly because we've gotten a little bit of feedback from ADEM about the clay that we are spraying on the garbage that's not adequate enough. So we decided to look at some adjacent landfills, and this is an application that Huntsville is using, and it seems to be working. So we've decided to go with this sole source provider.
Okay, any questions? Not a question, but I was out there last week, and I just wanted to say, as weird as it is, the landfill was very clean.
It is clean.
Everything looked really good. You and your team do a great job there.
Thank you.
There's a lot of work happening, so a lot of construction, a lot of moving parts, but
Great.
it looked great and everything was running smoothly, so we appreciate what y'all
Thank
do.
you.
All right, resolution 25-235, authorize engineering services for the bike trail at Country Club to Wheeler Wildlife Refuge.
Yeah, this, there was a little not confusion, but just we needed to do some clarifications with P. Wright McAnally because Singing River Trail has a grant that they've got to do the preliminary engineering on this project, and we're doing the construction and phase. So this is the agreement for the construction phase of the bike trail that would go along 67 from Country Club to the Welcome Center.
Okay. Any questions? Has there been any discussion, you may know, about some type of trail along Country Club to kind of connect back? I mean, you would be able to connect to Point Mallard if you did that.
Yeah, kind of.
I mean, it had to be on the refuge.
Dwayne's, he brought that up a couple years ago. It was kind of in the preliminary planning, seeing where funding is, seeing how it aligns. It's basically going right down that TVA easement from like over by Wolverine Park all the way down to Country Club where it would tie into this one.
Okay. I was just thinking to be able to get to like the trailhead at Point Mallard to connect to the refuge. You could, technically Country Club is technically 30 miles per hour, but in a neighborhood street, but it gets pretty heavy traffic.
Just so that you know, Community Development has been talking with Dwayne with MPO, and my desire would be that we do a grant with Appalachian Regional Council, ARC, for a planning grant to sort of do a master plan. We need to update our bike trail plan, and that would give us an opportunity to look at that, do some greenways, so, well, you know, like Madison and other areas are doing, you know, to utilize those easements, utility easements. So that would be my desire, and that's going to be something that we work toward maybe in this next grant cycle with ARC to do a planning grant for our bike trails, just to do an update for that. Yes, absolutely. I mean, that is part of what Dwayne and I's conversation would be is exactly that, to tie that back, and then we need to figure out, we need to continue our loop, and then these two grants that we're working on with Senator Orr to try to get those tied in with the rest of our bike trails. Yeah.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Resolution 25-236 declares surplus 23 vehicles for the police department. Y'all got anything? Anybody?
These are just typical process where in order to dispose of them, they need council approval, and that's what we're doing here.
All right, any questions? Thank you, Kyle. Resolution 25-237, approved budget amendment for Highway 67 Upper River Road realignment for right-of-way acquisition.
Yeah, this is just a budget adjustment. When we first did this, we was under the impression AlDOT would reimburse some of the right-of-way expenses, and they will not, that they're doing 80% of, or $2 million of the construction, so the right-of-way is all on us, and this is just a budget adjustment to get us to where that cost was.
So the land that the city acquired and the demo on, that's ours. This is additional right-of-way.
No, it's the same purchase as what we had funded was just 80% because we thought AlDOT would reimburse us, and this is just adding to that initial budget to make up the difference.
Thank you.
That was oversight on my part.
All right, any questions? Carl, Resolution 25-238, approved budget amendment for Point Mallard Aquatic Center in the amount of $92,750.
Good evening, Council Mayor. First of all, we're not asking for any new money. We're asking for some money to be moved. Okay. So originally in the original FY25 approved budget, we had a capital expenditure for a new wave pool control panel that was approved in the original budget. The project actually came in under the estimated amount, so that's a blessing. So we would like to take that unspent balance and move it to operational to cover some expenditures for some needs we have there. So we're asking for that transfer of funds for the additional operating needs. One of those would be for 1,050 gallons of a slip-resistant paint or coating to be used for walkways, pool decks, pool areas, things like that. We did some testing with this particular product before this season, and it did significantly decrease slips and falls and injuries at the park. So we think that's a big win. So we're asking for that money to be moved so that we can do that for next season. We're also asking, we would like to purchase 2 4-seater golf carts for the water park. If any of you have been out there on busy weekends or busy events, a lot of times it's much easier to get people and products and, food and different things that we do from place to place on a 4-seater golf cart that flips down. So we're asking for 2 of those. We did our due diligence and got pricing from our Sourcewell partners as well. And you have 3 price quotes with some information there. What we're recommending is to purchase 2 from a Decatur local vendor or dealer. Those would both have a 8-year lithium battery warranty and 2 years on the carts, and they're $7,000 a piece. So we're just basically asking for this amount of money to be moved out of a capital expenditure into operational.
All right. Any questions? Thank you, Steph. Resolution 25-239, approve Morrell Engineering 8M permit for beltline improvements in front of Wilson Morgan Park.
This is part of our right turn lanes into Wilson Morgan Lake, and this is just getting them to fill out and submit for a stormwater permit, and they'll also do the inspections throughout the project for the stormwater, what they have to do for the stormwater permit.
All right. Any questions on that? Thank you. Resolution 25-240, amend Merit System Rule 8. All right, no, administrative correction, 4896 firefighter biweekly schedule hours.
So the merit system defines that city employees are paid on a biweekly basis. And so when we shift firefighters from administrative to shift, they expand their hours. When we went to 4896 or whatever that number is, we failed to catch that we needed to expand that biweekly schedule from 112 to 120. It's just an administrative correction. The only thing it affects is the hourly rate on which overtime and benefit time is paid out.
So are they going to lose any money?
Pardon me?
Are the firefighters going to lose any money by doing this?
Nominally. They still make the same biweekly salary. It's a factor of how that's calculated when they have an extended work schedule or if they're on an 80-hour schedule.
Okay.
Mr. Chief Springer can answer some administrative questions if you have some.
I don't. I have heard, just seeing our firefighters out, it seems like everybody's very pleased with the 4896, so appreciate getting that done. All right, resolution 25-241, adopt new job classification for Parks and Rec, sports programs and tournament manager.
This is some recommendations from your new Park and Rec director to add some job classifications into the structure, not increasing headcount, absorbing vacancies, and defining some roles that are going to help the department, and he's here to speak on those positions.
How much is it going to cost us?
Nothing. It's built into our
Net,
budget.
net.
It's already built
Yeah,
in? Okay.
yeah. It's just a restructure of jobs that we have lost into new roles that's within our budget.
Okay. Would you explain just a little bit about what this position would do, kind of what would be their responsibilities?
Yeah, so it's 2 positions. Okay, so sorry. So one at a time.
Well, go ahead. I'll read the next one. Resolution 25-242, adopt new job classification for Parks and Recreation, activities, wellness, and events manager.
Okay, yeah, so the first one, sports programs and tournaments manager, this is something that I just want to bring some clarity here. We do not have anybody on our staff from a recreational side that manages local sports leagues or tournaments coming in. This is something that we rely on facility staff and other staff members, and we overstress the work that they do to try to cover some of these things. And we have nobody on our staff that specializes in these. While we're investing heavily in facilities and sports, we need somebody on our staff that specializes in these areas that can help us not only enhance our local leagues, but also help continue to drive tournaments to help come to Decatur. And the next position is, you can go ahead and touch on that one?
Yeah, go ahead.
Activities, wellness, and events manager. Once again, this was something that I felt like was a need for our department. We have nobody on our current staff that specializes in local wellness initiatives for our community, and I feel like this is vital not only for our department but for our community as well, to continue to try to drive these wellness initiatives, help program local events, and also increase participation in our activities for our citizens.
Do you see this being more of an outreach type thing, or is it like programming within the facilities, or is it a combination of both?
It's a combination of both. So this position, they will help program as we move into the new rec center as well, and across the city. We have a bunch of parks and facilities that also offer opportunities for outdoor recreation, wellness initiatives and activities, et cetera. So this will be somebody that will work not just like, it's not going to be one facility focused. It's going to be across the city at all our facilities and engaging our community and getting out, recreating, and participating in events as well.
And I'm assuming the person or whoever these people are will be able to work with tourism well, I'm assuming?
Absolutely. And both of these roles will work with tourism directly and other departments and entities in the city to help maximize our capabilities.
So the wellness activities, wellness events, that cover all life stages?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Nobody will be discriminated against in that.
I'll just say, you made the point for me, but we do have a lot of facilities. We've got a lot of new facilities coming online. I think it's very critical that we make sure that the public knows what's available and that we're using the facilities for their highest and best use. So I assume both of these positions will help kind of pull all that together. So I appreciate you bringing it forward.
Yeah, thanks.
Any questions? Board and committees. Appoint Deputy Chief Stisher to the Morgan County E911 Board, term expiring April 11th, 2027.
Look how excited he looks.
All right, we'll think about it. But if there's no more questions, is there anything else from directors? Kyle?
You guys have a copy of this resolution, but with your permission, asking this get added to the agenda. What this resolution essentially does is allow us to move forward with acquiring funds through a general obligation warrant. It confirms appointments of an underwriter and bond counsel, and then authorizes the signature of the mayor and council president for the sale of warrants on October 6th. So to get this added is the first process in order to be able to have that window to acquire the transaction.
All right, any questions on that? Well, everybody's got a copy of the resolution. It'll be added to the agenda.
Yeah, I'll have it added with the city clerk tomorrow, and then it'll be public whenever she releases the updated agenda.
All right, thank you, Kyle.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Anything else? I would like to say our new planning director, Chad Jones, is here. It's good to have you here, and we're glad you're getting started. Hope you're getting settled in.
First time those words have been uttered in these chambers in what, 15 years? Planning director.
Yeah, probably.
Good to have you, Chad.
All right, well, that is it. We're adjourned. Thank you.